Year 9, Summer 2020, Spanish, Lesson 1. ¿Qué vamos a estudiar? Vamos a estudiar las vacaciones. El objetivo: to learn to talk about your holidays. Vamos a estudiar. We are going to study. The immediate future tense. ¿Adonde vas de vacaciones? Normalmente, en general, siempre, de vez en cuando. Which of these means in general? Which of these means normally? Which one beginning with S means always? Which one means from time to time? You would start your sentence with one of these 4 time phrases and add voy, I am going, or vamos, we are going, plus infinitive. The verb ir, to go. On the next slide, we have a number of countries. Some of them are cognates. You should be able to guess pretty easily what they mean. On the next slide, I would like you to tell me which of these countries you understand the meaning of. Adivinad mi lista. Guess my list. How many could you translate? Here are the answers. Adonde, where? Vas, are you going? De vacaciones, on holiday. On the next slide, you're going to be given 5 options. A, B, C, D, A. Try to put the right country beside the right letter. Pause the slideshow to give you time to do this. A, Francia. B, Italia. C, España. D, Alemania. Y E, las Islas Canarias. Ahora voy a hablar, a listening exercise. Now guess each time which place I'm going to visit this summer. You can play this game at home, trying to guess, and if your parent or sibling who helps you doesn't get it right, you can say no, no es correcto, otra vez. But if they get it right, you can say sí, sí es correcto, voy a. I will be using one of the countries from the list that you translated. Write in the country that you hear me say. Número 1. Voy a Francia. Número 2. Voy a Portugal. Número 3. Voy a Escocia. Número 4. Voy a China. Número 5. Voy a Egipto. Número 6. Voy a Japón. Número 7. Voy a Italia. Y número 8. Voy a los Estados Unidos. On the next slide, you will see 3 pictures. Please match the right country to the right picture. Pause the PowerPoint to give you time. Y ahora las respuestas. Now for the answers. A. Voy a Egipto. B. Voy a México. C. Voy a los Estados Unidos. Ahora vas a escribir los números de 1 a 8. From 1 to 8. I'm going to say one of these countries from 1 to 8. Please put the number of the flag which you hear. Número 1. Voy a Italia. Número 2. Voy a Egipto. Número 3. Vamos a las Islas Canarias. Número 4. Voy a los Estados Unidos. 5. Voy a México. Número 6. Vamos a Francia. Número 7. Voy a Alemania. Número 8. Vamos a España. Repito. 1. Voy a Italia. 2. Voy a Egipto. 3. Vamos a las Islas Canarias. 4. Voy a los Estados Unidos. 5. Voy a México. 6. Vamos a Francia. 7. Voy a Alemania. Y 8. Vamos a España. Check you're happy with your answers before you move on to the next slide. The next slide contains the answer. On the next slide, after the answer page, you can practice this question out loud with someone at home or with yourself. Make sure that you remember that Mexico and España have punctuation marks that affect the pronunciation. España. The answers appear. Blue on the other. Did you get them all right? Voy en autocar. On slide 17, you'll see instead of cómo vas, con quién vas, with who. Voy con mi familia. Voy con mis hermanos. Voy con mis padres. And voy con mis amigos. Mi familia, femenino. Mis hermanos, masculino y plural. Mis padres, mixtos, no es dos padres, es un padre y una madre. Y mis amigos. ¿Dónde vas de vacaciones normalmente? On slide 18, we're now going to look at where we might go beyond just the country. ¿Dónde vas de vacaciones normalmente? We can say adonde, to where, or just donde, where. Watch the slide as the different types of destination come up and repeat after me. Voy a la costa. Voy a la sierra o a la montaña. Voy al campo. Voy a Barcelona. For Barcelona, you can interject here with any other city you might visit. De Escocia en coche. Número 7. Voy de vacaciones a Egipto, a la costa, con mis padres, en avión. Well done if you got all 8 right. If not, go back and look at where you made mistakes and underline the sections that you've had to change. We're now going to look at what you do. ¿Qué haces? What sorts of activities do you do? Descanso. The O tells us that I am doing the activity. It comes from the verb descansar, to relax. Me baño en el mar, coming from the verb bañarse, to swim. Nos bañamos, we swim. As well as descanso, we can say tomo el sol, from the verb tomar. ¿Qué haces? Voy de paseo, from the verb ir, to go. We can also say vamos de paseo, we go. Voy a discoteca. Monto en bicicleta. Saco fotos. Hago surfing. On slide 31, you have some verbos útiles, the ones that I've used for the activities. Descansar, to relax. Tomar, to take. Montar, to get on or to climb. Montar en bici, montar a caballo, to get on your bike, to get on a horse. Sacar fotos, to take photos. Bañarse, to swim. You'll notice that I've put all the reflexive pronouns. I bathe myself, you bathe yourself, he bathes himself, we bathe ourselves, they bathe them, you bathe yourselves, and they bathe themselves. The 2 on the end, hacer and ir, are highly irregular, so you may want to look those up on word reference. What I'd like you to do now is looking at the pattern for these AR verbs, descansar, tomar, montar, sacar, and bañar. I've given you one example for each of the 6 people who can do a verb. Descansó, tomas, montar, sacamos, bañáis. Identify the stem. So for example, descansó, the O is telling you I do it. Take the verb tomar, take the AR off, and then think about what little letter you would add to it for I take. Take the AR off montar. Think what little letter do you need to add to make it be I climb. Pause the tape now, pause this recording, and take some time to complete the gaps on this slide. On this slide, you will see the answers. Tomo, monto, saco, me baño, hago, and voy. Notice that voy is the only one that really isn't following the pattern. Descansas, tomas, montas, sacas, bañas, haces, vas. The you singular form, you'll see, tends to end in the AS ending. Can you spot the patterns in the he, she form, descansa, toma, monta? Can you spot the patterns in the we form, descansamos, tomamos, montamos, sacamos, nos bañamos? What do you spot is unusual about the you plural form. Descansais, tomais, montais, sacais, bañais. Again, you can spot a very simple but less complicated pattern than the other plurals in the they form. Descansan, toman, montan, sacan, se bañan. Be careful with the bañarse verb. Those are reflexive pronouns. They are the pronouns that means the action is done back onto yourself. Like me llamo, I am called. Te llamas, you are called. You call yourself. I call myself. So you must remember to put the me, te, se, nos, os, se at the beginning of your verb. This is a really useful revision tool, so make sure that you've spent adequate time on this. Have access to the prior resources before you move on to the next slide, because you're going to do a long translation task, a GCSE style task, and you're going to need these verbs. Escribe las frases en español. Normally, we go to Mallorca by car. We relax next to the pool and we sunbathe on the beach. She's visiting the castle and taking lots of photos. They go cycling near to the river. Generally, I go to the country with my parents by train. I go surfing in the sea. He goes to discos and surfs in the sea. Sometimes I go by train to the coast and I swim. You'll notice in the bottom right-hand corner, I've put a word reference hyperlink. If there's any vocabulary you can't get, that will help you. Take a good 6 to 8 minutes to do these sentences. Pause the recording now. On slide 34, you actually have the answers to this task. The next task I'm going to give you to conclude this lesson, which should have taken you a good 40 minutes to complete, is a GCSE style writing task. It's the first task in the GCSE for writing, and it only requests from you that you complete 40 words on 4 bullet points. So that would tend to mean that you would spend about 10 words per bullet point. Now the question is, ¿y tú? Tell them something about yourself. That will revise some of the work that you did at the beginning of year 9. In the next slide, in the next bullet point, you're asked, ¿Dónde vas de vacaciones normalmente? Where do you normally go on holiday? Here I want you to use the vocabulary from this PowerPoint, and you must go back over and review it, to write as much information as you can. ¿Cómo vas? Don't just say voy en avión. You can say normalmente voy en avión. A veces, sometimes, voy en ferry. Normalmente, mi padre va en coche. You can make a sentence that adds up to 10 words by being creative. It's in the ¿qué haces section where you can really say a lot. You can use all of those time phrases that we met right at the beginning to say normalmente, siempre, generalmente, a veces, todos los días. Use your exercise book to help you to be really creative here. If you want to go for a grade 9, you really must make sure that you write a minimum of the 40 words. However, what would also take it to grade 9 is on the slide. ¿Cómo podemos mejorar? How can we better it? Remember to add opinions. Pienso que voy a España de vacaciones. Creo que España es increíble. En mi opinión, España es maravilloso. Diría que voy en tren. I would say that I go by train. Hubiera dicho que, I would have said that, España es fantástico, but prefiero Egipto más que España. Creo que España es más bonito que Italia. Me imagino que Egipto es menos turística que España. Be creative about what adjectives you're going to put where the dots are. Más something than, more something than, más bonito que, more pretty than, menos turístico que, less touristy than. Make sure that your writing of 40 words is stored as well in your exercise book with the others, and I hope you've enjoyed this recorded lesson. Adios!